Let's give you a live look now at the Fremont Street Experience. Last weekend, following a string of violent incidents, security measures were upgraded, and the changes, they aren't subtle. Visitors now must pass through metal detectors and show their ID.
So are the upgrades working? News 3's Denise Rosh has that update.
Yeah, security is job number one here at the Fremont Street Experience, keeping both visitors and employees safe. And while there have been some major problems as of late, there is also a lot of optimism for the future. You like downtown?
Love downtown.
Rohit Joshi has spent the better part of 16 years watching downtown Las Vegas grow up.
Urban development is difficult, but it's rewarding.
As owner of Neonopolis, his entertainment and dining center is closing in on 100% occupancy, and keeping those customers safe is a full-time commitment.
And I think everything City of Las Vegas, Fremont Street Experience, and each stakeholder is working on is to make sure that we offer the best in security individually and as a total as a whole.
Which is why he supports this, metal detectors and ID checkpoints that will now greet guests under the canopy on weekends. A string of violent incidents, including the shooting death of a 23-year-old man last month, leading to the change.
Tourism is our main element here in the valley.
Jonathan Alvarez is CEO of Protective Force International. His company contracted to patrol the perimeter of several Fremont Street properties. Asked about the metal detectors and a curfew for visitors under 21.
So far, so good.
He says all of it matters.
And I think that what Fremont Street is doing and the mayor's initiative on making it a 21 and older culture down there, we fully support what's happening now.
On Tuesday, Alvarez met with members of the Vegas Chamber of Commerce, even demonstrating what his company's canine team can do, sniffing out both narcotics and explosives. The team helping out during big events on Fremont Street.
We as an organization are mostly a support system for existing security operations, and that's what we're really known for.
When you're on Fremont Street, do you feel safe here under the canopy?
I did.
Christine Kelly and her family are visiting from Pennsylvania and say the more security, the better.
We know not to walk down here past a certain hour, just because I don't want to expose them to things that maybe they're just not ready to see or experience yet. So we're down here during the day. At night, I do think a curfew is a good idea.
For her family and for the nearly 25 million people that visit the Fremont Street Experience every year. Denise Rosh, News 3.
We want to hear from you. Do you think the recent safety changes on Fremont Street will prevent future acts of violence? Well, here's what you're saying on Facebook. John says if it can prevent even one deadly incident, then those changes are worth it. Amy writes, no, because criminals don't follow laws. She said it might curb a little, but it won't stop. Now to a News 3 exclusive. A Las Vegas basketball star on the road to recovery after nearly losing her life in April.
News 3's Brett Forrest joins us live from downtown Las Vegas. And Brett, she is looking forward to the future and telling you she will be back on the court.
Yeah, Jim, Marie, good evening. We're talking about 18-year-old Aaliyah Gales. She was shot 10 times at a house party in North Las Vegas, and ESPN ranked her the 8th best basketball recruit in the country. Well, today, friends and family gathered to celebrate her and send her off to college.
Right here, we have a certificate of special congressional recognition from the Congressman's office, Stephen Horsford.
That's Aaliyah Gales receiving a congressional recognition from Congressman Stephen Horsford. Her friends and family gathered together to celebrate the stunning recovery of their loved one.
I'm nothing but all hip-hops and hoorays right now.
She was shot 10 times at a house party on April 16th. Police listed her in serious condition. As one of the best basketball players in the country, she was set to play at Southern California in the fall.
Never give up and just keep pushing, because hard time comes, but you can always achieve that.
Aaliyah finally getting out of the hospital on Monday after almost 3 months. Now still using a wheelchair when she needs it, but able to walk again.
Like, if I want to get back on my feet, if I want to continue the legacy I had, then I got to get back stronger.
USC remaining committed to their star, with Aaliyah signing her letter of intent just 9 days after the shooting.
They didn't have to do what they did. So with them just wanting to commit me still and still wanting to go along with my journey, it's like that's where I need to be.
Last week, Aaliyah sharing this video, making her first basket since the shooting.
It was the greatest feeling ever because I haven't touched a basketball since the incident.
She hopes to be back on the court for the Trojans her sophomore year. Until then, she'll keep training and be a college student just like everyone else.
We're going to be on top of the country. We was number 8 when she got the incident, so we still holding number 8. We're going to be number 1. Believe that.
Now, I also want to note that despite all this recovery and rehab the past 3 months, Aaliyah also graduated high school from Spring Valley High School in early June. So she is doing well. It's great to see how well she's recovered. Now, as for the investigation into the shooting, I reached out to North Las Vegas police today. They said there's no update and no suspect is in custody. Reporting live in downtown Las Vegas, I'm Brett Forrest, News 3.
We're all cheering for her. It's remarkable how far she's come, as you say, Brett. Thank you for that.
Sky 3 flying over the Luxor's pool, where you may have seen a video of a very intense dust devil tossing around furniture this weekend. The video also showed a couple of people who were also propelled into the air. News 3's Ophelia Young joins us now in studio with that video. And Ophelia, you spoke with the woman who recorded it.
Yeah, that's right, Latoya. Ophelia says she just happened to have her phone in her hand when she heard wind pick up, and now her video viewed hundreds of thousands of times across all of social media. I spoke with her on FaceTime yesterday as she and her partner drove back to California.
It almost seemed like a mini tornado.
Ophelia Abundas and her partner were walking to Bodies, the exhibition at Luxor, around 2 Friday afternoon when
we started to hear kind of like it was getting really windy.
Having grown up in the desert, Ophelia had seen dust devils before.
But I did not expect for all the chairs to start flipping around and for the 2 people who were sitting there, the chairs are on top of them and hitting them, and it was very scary. A lot of us who watched it were just like astonished. We were like, what is going on?
What many on social media are calling a mini tornado is actually a dust devil, a common weather phenomenon in much of the world, especially here in Las Vegas summers. These whirlwinds typically form late mornings or early afternoons when the sun rapidly heats up the ground. Hot air above the ground rises quickly and winds rotate the column. Dust and furniture make that column visible.
I think they went up pretty high because some of the beds went way off to the other side and they all piled on top of each other, all the chairs.
This is another video shared to us by Cesar Paez, who was on ground level.
Paramedics are here. This couple really just got thrown.
Rarely, dust devils are destructive and can cause injury or death. Luxor did not return our calls to ask about the condition of these guests. Ophelia says this dust devil, like most, lasted just a few seconds.
Once it stopped, and it was like it never happened.
Now, some of the largest dust devils can grow to 300 feet wide, 1,000 feet tall, reaching speeds above 60 miles per hour, lasting as long as an hour. Now, if a dust devil forms close to you, don't go near it because, as you have just seen, they could get violent very quickly. Jim, Latoya.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.